How's it going, people of YouTube and the internet at large? It's Random Geek again, back with some more Mega Man Legends. Last time we went into the main gate and found out that we need to explore some sub-cities to grab some keys. And then we also fought the Bonds again one last time, and we also found this drill arm here, which we are going to see in action. Watch this. I know, right? Awesome. And this little entrance right here will lead us right into the main gate. See? Now let's see how much we get from this guy. Ah, I forgot to check beforehand. Ah, who cares? Anyway. Either way, now we see what we can do with this right here, so... there isn't anywhere else here that we can go through. So... I just really wanted to show that off for the opening bit right here. Either... oh wait, did I ever check out that top area right there? I'm only now realizing that. Oh. Did not see that there. There's a lot of things that I've forgotten about this game now that I'm realizing it. Oh, right. Then wait, can we blow up the top right here? Is this somewhere that we can explore, or no? Probably not. Gosh, I don't really remember this part of the map from whenever I first played Legends. Oh, of course! Oh. Fine, I'll buy one. Either way, I think I'm gonna go ahead and cut to the mayor's office so that way I can see if, because that section of the old city was destroyed, if we need to like pay for repair funds or something. I'm gonna go ahead and cut there then. Well, I checked and there wasn't anything there. I guess we don't have to pay for what happened in the old city. Means we save money, yay. I've been depressed ever since my checkup. They told me I was overweight and have to go on a diet. No way. For Eel Ray? Anyways, can we do anything here now? Nope. talk to you, or are you just gonna keep on walking over there? I know there's something else here. Oh, never mind.
Are you from another island? I wish I could go places too. But just you wait and see. Once my leg gets better, I'm gonna go all over. The nurse tells me that if I keep working hard with the rehabilitation, my leg will get better in no time. Why don't you come over to my room sometime and tell me stories about where you've been? It's so boring just staying in my room by myself all day.
That was what I've been trying to remember. That she just kind of hangs around here until before you can visit her in her room, I guess. Either way, does that mean I've triggered it so now I can go ahead and visit her in her room?
Are you from another...
Oh.
You're... Well, but what...
I guess we have to wait, or what? Can we just go ahead and in there now? Nope. I am feeling a bit of disappointment right now. Either way, now that we can go around Cadillac's Island, you'll see that these have popped up all around, besides the one that we saw in the old city. And this is where we are going to find our keys, but first off, I need to call up Roll and get a different weapon, because you aren't going to see me trying to kill Reaver bots with a drill arm. It's just not the most effective weapon, you know? I'd rather use what was it called again? I can't remember. Not the drill arm, not the vacuum. The blade arm. I'd rather use the blade arm instead. But even then, I'm not good with up-close battles. So we're just gonna go ahead and go with our trusty Power Buster. I don't know if... Yep. Okay. Let's just... go. Oh wait, we need to visit our artist friend, I think about it. Let's go! Do we have anything that we can give you?
That's a Reaver bot eye! Look at it. It's so beautiful the way the light goes through that translucent red. These are Grade 1 national treasures. There have been lots of diggers who've disappeared in the dungeons looking for these. That would be the star attraction for any museum. Would it really be all right if I put it on display here?
Fine.
Thank you so much. I bet... You're...
Do we get anything from giving her all of them now I think about it? I don't think I've actually done that before. I remember my first two, I believe it was, that I didn't really look around much for those items. That, or I did find them, it's just that I ended up hoarding them for myself, and did nothing with them. Either way, since we got the Powered Buster now, let's just, you know, let's just kick some ass. Oh gosh, there he is.
So this underground city must be where the prototype Anther units live. But where am I gonna find the key to the central gate in here?
It's Gaini Turin, I believe his name is. are they all gonna give out a payout like this? 'Cause if not, because if it does, then this would be a good, like, way to grind. Just look at that, they're just kind of popping out of him. Alright, how do we damage you again? Oh, yeah, I saw that thing. Nope. Well, let's go ahead and check that building right there. It just screams, I'm important.
This building looks different from the others. So, how do I get inside?
So we need to defeat him. That's what it is, isn't it? But how do I defeat something like that if it doesn't even die? It's not taking any damage. What the fuck? Okay, that looks better. Come on. Come on. Oh, yep, I would. Nope. That's a section of it gone. Nope, you ain't touching me. You take damage from that. What the hell? Maybe I should have gotten the blade arm. I could have totally splashed my tune, I think about it. Nope, stop. Damn it. There we go. Really? No payout? That's unfortunate. Okay. We go in now? Can we not go in? clear them all out, don't we?
A door opening somewhere. I better take a look around.
Okay, there it is. You found Dreamer Key.
Got it! I better get back to the surface.
We got our first key. Just gotta love the beat here, you know? Gotta call roll. And with our newfound Zenny, I think we can at least afford maybe an upgrade or two. You know what, actually, I think we can maybe afford that jacket, I believe it was. No, never mind, it was a different price, I believe. Okay, it's been 3 weeks since I've actually played this game again. A lot's been going on in life, so I haven't really, like, been focused much on doing videos. Besides, like, the uploads that I have been able to do. But, finally found a bit of time, so back to some more Mega Man, I guess. Okay, so we just explored the sub-city for the first of the keys. Let me actually go ahead and check that in... There it is! The first of the sub-city keys. We needed 3 of them, and... we have to head to this one, right? shield repair. We have the... yeah, our powered buster, Actually, I probably should have looked into this before I even started playing. Either way, let's get back into it. Let's get back into our fight with the Reaver bots and trying to find out what's beneath this island. Dang. It's like a bullet hell here. Gosh, there's another one. No. Oh, he got me at the end of the combo. I thought my iframes would have protected me right there. Oh, fuck. Nope, we are good. Stay down. I don't actually remember if you could find anything in the sub-cities. Like, you know, besides all the Reaver bots down here. But this one seems to be different than the last one we went into. I don't see the giant Reaver bot that was spawning in all the other ones. Which, damn, I kind of wish I went to that one last. It would have been good farming, you know, for Zenny. So that way I can upgrade my weapons a lot easier. Easy pickings. Good, like I wanted. Now, come to me! Dang it. Oh, yep, I better... Where's the canteen? Where's the canteen? There you are. Good. Oh! Dang it! I don't go down easy. Okay, goes down easy. Oh yeah, I'm not sure if I brought this up at the beginning of the Let's Play, because I'm pretty sure I should have. But the name of the game in Japan, Rockman Dash, the dash actually has a meaning to it. It stands for Digger's Adventure Stories in the Halcyon Days. I don't exactly remember what Halcyon is supposed to refer to. I don't know if it's meant to refer to the current time that these games are meant to take place in, but that's what the name stands for. Okay, future Random Geek here to correct past Random Geek by saying that Halcyon Days apparently comes from Greek mythology, where the term refers to a period of 7 days in winter where storms never occur, having calm winds and waves. I don't know if that's to relate to how the planet got, like, flooded with only a few islands being spared, or if it's to refer to something else, but that's just what I found on the fan wiki. Okay, back to the Let's Play then.
Huh? That sounded like a door opening somewhere. I better take a look around.
Yeah, we should take a look around. Never know what we can find. But something tells me we're not going to just find any, like, chests lying around in these places. There we go. Sleeper key.
That's 2. Just one more.
Yes, indeed. Oh yeah, I don't know why I'm just thinking about this, but my time away, I went to a convention. It was like the week after I started recording this, which was on the 25th. It was a convention in a neighboring, well, not neighboring, it was actually like, actually on the cusp of the border. But, I went to that convention with some of my cousins. It was actually really fun. I spent, unfortunately, we only, like, stayed for one day, and, I ended up spending almost all of that day just waiting in line to get an autograph. But I felt like it was worth it in the end. Oh wait, never mind, I needed to talk to Data. But, I ended up spending 5 hours in line waiting for a autograph with Bryce Papenbrook, you know? He voices Kirito in the English dub for Sword Art Online. And, I think Inosuke from Demon Slayer's English dub? Not sure about that one. But he also voiced Makoto Naegi and Nagito Kameda from the Danganronpa series. So, you know, it was really cool. But I feel like that's really all I have to say about, like, my absence in that time. It was not something I wanted to do, but it just so happened to coincide with that. And kind of after that trip, I needed just, like, a moment to relax. And then I just kind of, like, I don't know what to describe it as, but I just didn't have the energy to just record. It might have just been, like, I was tired for the last few weeks. So I guess you could kind of consider it like an impromptu vacation, I guess, which had no real vacation to it. But I feel a bit more refreshed. So I'm hoping that I can record more of the Mega Man Legends Let's Play, along with the Sword Art Online Let's Play, and hopefully some more reactions as well, because I've been wanting to do those again. Along with hopefully some comic dubs. I want to do more of those, but I don't really have any ideas for what to do. I want to stretch my my vocal cords. I want to use them more rather than just talking like this, you know? I want to do stuff. And where does this lead to again? Oh, right, the little sewer area that goes into here. Can I do anything about this? Nope. Well, there's no point in me being here right now. Yeah, we're back. That reminds me, I need to fill up my canteen. I think it's pretty inexpensive, you know? It's cheap. No, we don't need anything here. It would be good to have, but it still costs so much. I'll just go ahead and purchase another piece for our canteen. It'd be nice if we had, like, some life extenders. I don't remember if there are any in this game. So, let's see. We found the one that was in the East Gate. Wait, no, it was south, right? I mean, west. I get mixed up in my directions a lot. I kind of lose my sense of direction every now and then. Oh, yeah, that's right. We gotta appreciate the music here for a moment, guys. Guys and gals, and people who identify as, anything else. Let's just take a moment. Fuck it. Let's dance. Gotta love it. Okay, I think that's enough. For now, anyway. These we need for later on. So, we did tackle this one already, right? Gosh, I should have looked over my last video. But I feel like just taking a quick peek in here will not take too long. And the fact that nothing has popped up yet should really be a dead giveaway, but, you know, can never be too careful with looking around, I say. But yeah, we already went here. Gosh, I need to remember to do that more. Because I did briefly skim my last recording session. But I just quickly forgot about it. Okay, so we dealt with the one in the west, and we dealt with the one that's in, like, the central area. Where's the other one? It's not in the north. So we don't do much in the north now that I'm thinking about it in this game. Besides, like, the fight with the Bonds. That's it. Is there one over here, too? Because I think I'd remember that. No! Wait, there's two of them? The hell? So is one of these the... No. Let's check the other one then. I don't remember this. Wait, OBS is picking up my audio, right? Yes, it is. I just got... Gosh, I'm still scared after that whole thing with the like, 2 Mega Man videos before. I'm just really worried about that. Yeah, and that's the wrong option setting that I was trying to look into quickly for my audio. Yeah, it has them set up how I want them. Okay. Sorry, I just wanted to quickly check that out. And you can bet your biscuits that I'm going to keep that into the video. And here we are, the last one. Oh gosh. Booyah. Grab it. So is this just another, like, room filled with enemies, too? Or is there, like, an actual boss here? I don't remember. What am I gonna do up here? Synchronize? Oh wait, wrong game. Nope. Ow. Nice try. So I don't know if I've shared this before, but I've had like a long, like, lifetime obsession with like hearing and looking up stories about lost games, canceled games, betas, and early versions of games, you know? And the one that's caught my eye recently is Final Fantasy 15. Which was originally Final Fantasy Versus 13. If you've heard about the whole story, you know that it's quite the tale. How the game went through like so many revisions, going through different like game engines. It's an unfortunate story that, you know, leads to a bitter end where the director Tetsuya Nomura just like lost control of his project, and then he did he immediately move on to Kingdom Hearts 3? I don't remember what it was. It might have been that, because I know he didn't like end up having much to say in the final product for Final Fantasy 15, if my research was correct, which sometimes it tends to have like at least 15% wrong. I'm not exactly the most accurate guy. Either way, I found it amusing that what was meant to be in 13 versus 13, that I found out amongst reading a bit about what was saying between versus 13 and 15 was that apparently there's going to be DLC in the episode for Noctis that was supposed to be for 15. That where it ended up like, well, all this DLC for the second wave of DLC ended up getting scrapped, so the only thing left of it is a book. And in that book it details like what those DLCs were meant to be about. And the one that sticks out to me most as someone who was like interested in learning more about Versus 13 was that it details the scenario from the teasers that were shown at E3 and TGS, if memory serves me right, of Noctis in the capital area that in the final game you don't get to explore.
That sounded like a door opening somewhere. I better take a look around.
Yeah, ought to take a look, but like I was saying before you kind of interrupted me, Mega Man, it's amusing that for the DLC that they... I don't know if it was Nomura that had like a hand in that. I don't remember if he did have like much of a hand in 15 after it was converted from Versus 13, but it's interesting to hear that the DLC was meant to in some way include a bit of what was meant to be Versus 13. And it's also kind of amusing to see that with the other project that Nomura gets to work on, Kingdom Hearts, he's seemingly incorporating more from what Versus 13 was meant to be. If you have seen anything from Kingdom Hearts 3, then you know what I'm talking about. With saying that it seems like we're going to be seeing more of what Versus 13 was meant to be. And I am all for that. As someone who's getting into, like, Final Fantasy so late, like, you know, because I didn't have any, like, PlayStation consoles growing up besides a PSP, and I didn't really have much games on said PSP besides, like, Death Jr. as one of them, of course, because, I mean, I did a whole Let's Play of it. I wouldn't have done a Let's Play for Death Jr. if I wasn't intrigued by it since childhood, I feel. And also Daxter, which is a game I borrowed for a bit, and the Sonic Rivals games as well. Besides that, I don't think I had anything. Maybe one weird game called Loco Roco. I think that was what it was called. It was a weird game. Either way, the Watcher Key.
There. This should be the last key. Now all I have to do is open the central gate.
Yeah, but that's extremely endgame, you know? Mega Man, like, I don't exactly feel ready to just call it... Yeah, you know? I'm not ready for this game to be over. Especially since I've never actually done everything that this game has to offer. As much as I love this game, the other times that I've played this game, I have never, like, done everything else that you could do. In terms of side quests and leveling up your items, you know? But of course, I'm not gonna buy every item there is in the shop. And that's the wrong way. Let's see, that would make it about like 15 minutes of recording that I have right here. Speaking of Final Fantasy, I've been into Kingdom Hearts the last few years. I don't know if I've mentioned that before. I mean, I'm pretty sure I did whenever I reacted to the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. I am still amazed as to how great that looks. I cannot wait for that game. But are any of y'all into Kingdom Hearts, or even like any other Square Enix properties? I know at least like a few of y'all are into games like Nier Automata, and I'm pretty sure that's a Square Enix game. After all, I'm pretty sure there was DLC in there where you can like fight like the president of Square Enix, if memory serves me right. Okay, I'm pretty sure actually Final Fantasy 15 actually had that same kind of DLC to it. That game had a bunch of DLC. I'm pretty sure it was like Assassin's Creed DLC, there was... gosh, it's slipping my mind. Either way, let's just do a little bit of farming so that way I can continue my discussion. anyways, besides talking about just like 15 and Final Fantasy in general, like, are any of y'all into any other like Square properties? As someone who's getting into them, still, like, you know, not whenever, you know, he's like a kid, like a lot of people, like, I'm pretty sure. Because I knew a bunch of people in high school have been like into Square properties like Kingdom Hearts and Final Fantasy since they were like little kids. Which I don't understand, you know? Like, I can't process the idea of a little kid being into Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts at a young age, especially Final Fantasy. Whenever, you know, as a little kid, you're not really gonna be able to read. You're not gonna like have the patience to read that much, you know. Either way, hole in the wall. Is there anything inside? 10,000 Zenny. I thought I already looted this hole. Maybe I didn't whenever I died. But yeah, it surprises me to hear that people are like fans of Final Fantasy since they were kids. It's like, I don't expect kids to have that kind of patience. To just read and then see like a few cool animations. Maybe it was something like 14 or 15. But 14's an MMO. 15 is like a slower paced like Kingdom Hearts game. The action isn't as like, I would say, anime-esque. Oh, also the world ends with you. I forgot about the world ends with you. I completely forgot about it. Damn. I can't believe I did what most people do and forget about the world ends with you. I fucking love the world ends with you, even though I haven't ever actually played it myself. The world, the characters, the music, the design of everything, it's just so awesome. Especially the music. God, the music in The World Ends With You. It's all fucking bangers, left and right. If you don't believe me, listen to the main theme, Twister. Even though the lyrics won't make any sense to you until you, like, read it yourself, it's a fucking awesome main theme. And the overworld theme, The Calling, is just great. Kind of disappoints me that the sequel it got, the Neo: The World Ends With You, hasn't been selling that well. And that Square is considered a financial loss, I believe it was, last I checked. Whoops. Well, read the little snippet of the article I have on the video right now. Go ahead. Pause it. Okay, back to the Let's Play. I'll link the article itself in the video description if you want to read it. Okay, back to the Let's Play proper now. Which, you know, I don't doubt, but it's for a property that didn't sell that well to begin with on the Nintendo DS. I don't even think that it's a Switch port or iPhone ports got much in the terms of sales as well. Which is disappointing. It's such an interesting game. Gosh. And I'm just remembering that in Birth by... No, it was Dream Drop Distance, Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, whenever the World Ends With You characters just popped in. As someone who watched a playthrough of The World Ends With You beforehand, it was insane, because, like, you know, in Kingdom Hearts, you just see, like, Final Fantasy characters, you don't see any, like, other characters, like, I doubt we'll ever see, like, Near Automata characters. I doubt we're ever gonna see Dragon Quest characters. Dragon Quest is Square, right? It was just nuts seeing them there. Makes me hope that we do see some more of the world that's going to be cast in Kingdom Hearts. Especially with the way it's Kingdom Hearts 4 seemingly going. The plot does seem like it would fit well for at least one of the characters. But I doubt that will happen. Because I remember reading some time ago that it doesn't seem like we're going to be getting much in the way of Square Enix representation outside of the Kingdom Hearts characters in Kingdom Hearts. Like that the series has kind of outgrown them, which I don't get, because Kingdom Hearts was always kind of in the beginning, Kingdom Hearts needed to be a crossover of Square properties with Disney properties to even exist. Sorry, the volume just got too loud. I couldn't hear my thoughts for a moment. But I don't know if that sounds stupid of me to say. Probably does. It probably sounds like incoherent nonsense. But I'm just speaking as a fan who's kind of sad to know that we're not going to be getting much in the way of Final Fantasy representation in Kingdom Hearts. But at the same time, it's been happening ever since, like, Birth by Sleep. There was only one Final Fantasy character in Birth by Sleep, and that was kind of disappointing. But at the same time, it kind of makes sense canon-wise. But yeah, sorry for that Kingdom Hearts rant. I don't know where that came from. Especially whenever I'm fucking playing a Mega Man game, of all things. Why is it Mega Man that I chose to ramble about Kingdom Hearts? Why? Either way, I know we were already in the main gate, but we're not activating it yet. We got all these other side quests to do, you know? We got more shit to do. I'm going to do at least all the side quests and level up all the items in this Let's Play. I don't care about, like, showing off the morale system, which doesn't really affect much, besides making Mega Man's armor go, like, a darker blue. Which, honestly, it doesn't really work with this Mega Man, if you ask me. The lighter blue works, but maybe a bit tinted. No, never mind, it's Mega Man. It's just not Mega Man if it's a darker shade. Okay, so... Come on. It's actually taking a while. Okay. Let's talk to you about the upgrading weapons now. Of course not, you're not gonna change the rapid on a drill. Okay, so we got drill arm maxed out now, so where the hell did I put my pencil? I don't like pens. Okay, drill arm. I make sure to write these down so that way, you know, I keep track of what I've already done. But even then, I just don't end up, like, checking the paper most of the time. I know, using paper in 2022, insane, is it not? Okay, so that means we've got the Power Buster, the Grenade Arm, and the Vacuum Arm maxed out alongside the Drill Arm. So what we should focus next on, I just said maxed out. Come on, geek. Nope. I already have that maxed out. Not this one yet. Firing speed. No, homing capability seems like it'd be better to upgrade. And then next we could focus on firepower, I guess. With this one... I forgot to write down that blade arm was already maxed out, dang it. Wait, right? Yeah, it is maxed out. How did I forget to write that down? Let me just add that to... Okay, so that just leaves splash mines, grand grenade, machine buster, spread buster, shield arm, active buster, and I'd say the most powerful weapon in the game, which we still have yet to complete. We haven't found all the pieces for yet, and actually, never mind, it looks like splash mines is maxed out too. Damn it. Okay, there we go. Just needed to append that. This doesn't count as a weapon, of course. Well, it looks like that's kind of all we can do right now in terms of upgrading. So... okay, I think this would be a good point to end off at least this video right here, so that way, you know, I don't bog it down with doing side quests in a video that was clearly meant for main objectives, you know, just doing main story things. So I feel like right here will be a good enough place to at least end this video, so that way I can go ahead and get started recording whenever it comes to side quests and grinding. So, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. And if you enjoyed this enough, maybe consider joining the Random Brigade today by subscribing. We are currently at 68 subscribers now, and my hope is that by the end of this year we reach 75. However, I'd also be glad if we reach 69 by the end of this year, because, you know, it's the wacky numbers. And if you also enjoyed this video enough and think that you would have some people that would enjoy this for whatever reason, please consider sharing it around. And also, please consider commenting in the comment section down below. I always read the comments in my videos, it's just that I don't always know what to respond to them with, so if I don't respond, that's why. Don't think that I don't read comments. I always read the comments. I appreciate getting comments. Seeing that I get comments in my videos makes me happier than you guys will probably ever know. Or even that I can convey, considering how kind of like emotionless my voice can be. But either way, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Random Geek, and that will be all. Till the next video. See you guys.